won't you just come my way?
Come in.
Hello everybody, how are you guys doing? I just kind of wanted to take a minute to just get into some things with y'all. We hear all of this mess about JT. We hear all this mess about Ice Spice. We hear all this mess about these different rap girls. And I guess I wanted to get into why are the girls absolutely not signing with Heavy on it, right? I just kind of wanted to talk about that with you all, right? We got a little bit of time. Let's talk, right? Okay, so why are the girls not signing? First and foremost, I would like to talk about the two girls to where Nicki has called the princess, right? There's the queen, and then there's the princess who Nicki has deemed the princess, right? And these girls are Ice Spice, and these girls are JT. Now, I'm not going to do extra clips or nothing like that like I normally do. I'm just going to get into the things and tell you guys my views on it, okay? Okay. When it comes down to these girls, how do we know JT, right? I know JT because she's a city girl, right? Meaning that she was with Quality Control, QC. I even think Lil Baby is with QC. They kind of, was doing a big one, with a lot of these different artists. And they were rocking, with Quality Control out here doing shows. They were really a big deal, City Girls came out with Act Up. I was screaming, act up and get smacked up, ayy. Act up, you get smacked up, ayy. So I was just, vibing. It was everything, giving everything. And that's how I know JT, right? JT actually went to jail. JT actually, got a lot of backlash because she was saying a lot of crazy things on Twitter online. They found old tweets of hers, and it was a whole thing, child. And I think that's why initially Nicki didn't want to work with them, because of the tweets, because of the song in the car, because of all of that, right? But that's how we know JT's brief connection before, all of the separation with the City Girls and all of that. But that's how we know JT. We know Ice Spice because Ice Spice did the Munch. You think you but you really the fought, right? That's not that song, but I'm gonna take the opportunity to say that part. But Munch, right? The Munch song, and it was rumored that Cardi B was supposed to get on the Munch song, but she even did like a rough draft of it. I get what I want, like look good as hell. Bitches mad, super mad, ooh, what to tell? Trying to slide on it, but it never really fully happened to its full potential, as in like a main song. It was just on YouTube where Cardi got on it. So that's how we know Ice Spice, right? And Ice Spice was already established. Same thing, JT was with the City Girls, already kind of had the people that helped her, gain grind, the people that was putting her in the studio, people that was running with her, her connections was already sustained. So these girls, they are in their own lane. When she came out, we kind of started, Ice Spice came out, we started hearing a lot about Riot, right? Stop playing with them, Riot. That was the only time I heard about Riot. I didn't hear about Riot before that. Ice Spice made us really, stop playing with them, Riot. Like, it just, it seemed like she and Riot kind of grew up, grind up together, Same thing when I hear Juju on the beat, with Megan, right? And just my opinion on that, the Megan part. But I'm saying that's when we started hearing about Riot and all of that. These girls, City Girls had her stuff, City Girl JT, Ice Spice had her stuff, right? And both of these ladies looked up to Nicki coming up, like rock with Nicki, really wanted to do a song with Nicki, really wanted to, work with her. I think that they were willing to, hey, I want this. I think the person that did the most business stuff was Ice Spice, given, what she gave when it came down to that specific song, Barbie World, right? I think that it was supposed to be more. Ice Spice had revealed that she wanted some of her writing. She wanted this, she wanted that, and that wasn't something that Ice Spice wanted to do, right? And I think that Nicki felt hit by that, because the initial plan was, you gonna get with Heavy on it, you gonna do all of this, and Ice Spice was making it seem as though she was willing to do that. However, she wasn't moving in alignment. Same thing, JT was making it seem. I think JT and Ice Spice both have had a team, and both of them have people in their ear saying, this ain't a smart move to make. No, you know what I'm saying? She's stepping on our grounds. We like started up with you. We got you on a grind. It don't make sense for her to be benefiting this much. You know what I'm saying? And I think Nicki was hurt by that, right? I think that whatever happened, in my opinion, to London Hill, because I had never heard about London Hill until I heard about Nicki Minaj. That's when I heard about London Hill. So I'm saying, like, girl, what happened to London Hill? What happened to her musical career? I heard a few of her songs, and Nicki brought her to my attention. I wasn't listening to no London Hill, had I, just in my personal opinion, until I saw her with Nicki. So it made me like, oh, let me check her out, right? Wasn't she supposed to be on Heavy on It? Wasn't she supposed to like work with Heavy on It? And all of a sudden she was quietly dropped, or quietly, several ties, or they, what I'm saying, they wasn't working together. And then it makes girls look like, So when it comes down to Nicki Minaj, I think that the problem with Nicki is that she's trying to get it the cheap route, right? It takes a lot of work to break an artist, okay? It takes a lot of fails to break an artist. It takes a lot of you got to really be into, like, putting toward their success. I know that her husband Kenneth has somebody that she'll say, oh, this is my artist, because he's such a co-rapper or whatever.
Making calls and calling shots.
Bow. Hello. Heavy.
Bow.
Hello.
We here. My nigga. I said it.
And he seems hungry. Why don't you take the time, take the money? Why isn't Nicki Minaj trying to build an artist from the ground up, instead of taking these artists that are already established? When these artists come to Nicki, they love Nicki Minaj. They listen to Nicki Minaj since they were kids. They love the idea about Nicki. They're crazy about just that aspect of her, right? And because they're coming in as fans, they're coming in as, hey, I really want to work with her. I really want her to like me. I really want, all of these different things, right? However, they probably may like her and probably be cool with her, but they're not willing to do business with her, not willing to go there with her, not willing to, sacrifice like the things that they came into the game, or the people that they came into the game with. And she can't expect that of them. And I hear people like academics talking about what Drake does and how he be real cool and partner up with these guys and be real cool, but then taking their publishing and taking these different things. And that's the beef that Drake has with these different artists and all of that.
Hey, I think if I'm co-signing you, I should get some participation on maybe the album. I'm just talking business. Nicki Minaj's co-sign, just like how Drake's stimulus package is worth so much, I can't say that Nicki is being unfair, and I can't say Drake is being unfair when the niggas who are hitting both of them up need them.
And all of that could be a fact, and all of that could be true. However, I don't think that these well-established artists are trying to do that with Nicki Minaj. They're already seen, they're already seeing some stardom, some super, stardom, and being with Nicki makes them realize that they can obtain it, and they don't believe in themselves, and, they can garner these different fan bases or whatever. It gives them courage to step out on their own, like JT, where we wasn't seeing JT be the artist that she was prior to. But I think when it comes down to it, these different artists have already, it's working backwards. Like Ice Spice said, if they already came into the game, they already got a name for themselves. Maybe it's not that big, but as a Nicki Minaj, but they have something, and they have a group of people that they work with and work for, and they're not going to trade what they know for strangers.
If you need a high-profile artist to sell a record or to get on a track, they might ask for a few things that maybe you were uncomfortable with, either discussion or giving up. So I actually believe this, but I don't think Nicki's wrong at all. No.
I hear a lot of people saying that Nicki should have took her sister under her wing. I feel like that would be the most sense for me, because it's family. You know her people, you know her family, and ain't nobody going to look out for you the way your sister would. You know what I'm saying? Your little sister, all of that. I don't know if it's because, you don't know what's going on behind people's family, child, if it's side chick, baby, you don't know none of that. So I don't know if that's the reason why Nicki would not work with her sister, or she just simply does not believe in her sister, because her sister keeps saying, I want to make my sister proud. So why would you not, make money with your sister? Take your sister under. She young, mold her, have these endless conversations with her, tell her your experience, if it's that, or find a brand new artist and build them up and help them break into the game, help them garner respect, help them not, seeing, think that they can't make it, and, do it that route, like you did. When you did with Wayne, you probably would, no, honestly, I think she worked with Waka Flocka, worked with Deb. She was kind of bouncing around here and there, but I think that we really got to know her when she was working with Wayne, in my opinion.
None of these chicks has created a fan base without the use of your help. I would tell every label, yo, I need points on that motherfucking record deal if I'm gonna co-sign them.
But I think that the only way Nicki record label Heavy on It could really do what she wants it to do is if she breaks the artist. I think where the feeling used is coming from is because what other artists do is that they'll get cool with these different people, right? Hey, like, oh, this female rapper or this, whatever artist, you get cool with them, and then they have people who handle their business behind the scenes. And when they handle the business behind the scenes, these newer artists don't know as much about the record label, about the business, so they end up feeling used because all of that they take, like, you don't know you're green, so you end up signing a 360, you end up signing your life away, you end up signing in like a messed up situation, right? And then the artist hates the label, hates these different people because these different people are eating off of everything that they do. You hear these people with big names, got big fan bases, and they can't eat. They don't have money like to feed their families. They got taken by the record label, right? And it's like that, you know what I'm saying? But the thing about, that's what these different labels are doing. They're getting new artists or newer artists that probably got a little bit of a buzz and, skyrockets in them. And then they don't know as much. And they're just seeing, oh, this is Wayne or this is Drake or this is somebody big. And they signing their life away without really even knowing they signing their life away. Except these girls came into the game with a team, came into the game, you know what I'm saying? So they don't have that green aspect. They know a little bit of something, not enough, but they know a little bit of something, you know what I'm saying? And they have people who are their, down low people they grind up, they people who's helping them, and they telling them this is not a good move to make. And where you're feeling the use is that you done agreed, I'm gonna hop on this song, you even get in the studio recording different things. Before you even record, you need to have people handling your business. You trying to handle your business yourself. You hearing these girls word of mouth saying that they can do it, and then you feel some type of way because you done did this and that, wrote this, you know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, money wasn't being made, no nothing, but and you're not getting paid for it, or you're not getting the financial that you think that you need for your family to build off of the business piece because you're not doing business properly.
Say business. If no female rapper could get to a certain point without a Nicki cosign, why isn't Nicki entitled to either part of their deal or part of, some participation with what they got going on if they're going to use her for a cosign? What do you think, that Nicki's just so nice, she's just going to give these girls free cosigns? No. So I agree with Nicki. I actually agree with Nicki.
The thing is, you can't do everything lackluster. You have to put in work in everything you do. You want an artist, you want to be able to make money off an artist, build an artist, from the ground up. Don't take what somebody already created, a foundation of the artist, and think that you can build off of it. It's just not going to work. Regardless if you got a name, regardless if you got the tools to really build them up, and you have, what I'm saying? You have to do it from the ground up. You can't take, it's just not going to work, all this, oh, well, you expect these girls to just sign their life away because they don't know. But the thing is, these girls know because they already came in the game with the team, So I just think that a lot of people were saying that she should sign her sister. I agree with that aspect of it. I think that she just needs to break a new artist. That's the only way her record label could be, doing what it needs to do. And I think that's where the dislike for these different girls are coming from. I don't think it's more so as people or human beings. Maybe she feels, because the business isn't right, she cussing everybody out and disliking them on a personal level, but it's all about business, and sometimes you got to do business the right way. I think another problem with Nicki Minaj is that she doesn't want to put in the money, the financial money, or the backing to really break an artist, to really, do her big one with artists. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't even, we still have not gotten a video for a lot of her songs on the Pink Friday 2. She tried to shoot a video at her house. We seen that. It seems as though that she's trying to be an artist on a budget, be cheap with it when you can't. And in any way, this is the music business, is the business about money. You have to make money, put money to make money. You can't just expect your name to carry you or whatever. I remember they said that when the whole situation happened, Nicki was garnering her I'm gonna follow was it an Instagram follow with her husband, the girl that said that, Jennifer, the girl that accused her husband of the R word. She was trying to give this girl a following so the girl can admit that her husband ain't do nothing. Instagram following, it wasn't no financial, no nothing. Nicki's always trying to do things on a budget, and this is not the business that you're living in. You have to move on a budget. You have to get your finances in order so you can move and be successful. You have to, put money up to make money. It's not going to happen, like overnight. You're going to have to really go hard if you want to be able to be a success and make money, put money in these artists, do what you got got to do so you could make an art, have an artist looking a certain type of way, all of that. You see what Yo Gotti's doing with Glorilla. Glorilla looks beautiful. He done made her a freaking Barbie doll, a well-established name, and he's eating off of everything that she's doing. He's handling business properly. If you want that route, you want to be an artist that has an artist, there's a way to go about it. But a lot of artists do not want to sign with other artists because it's just not good business, in my opinion. But I think that, a lot of these different people already have a fan base. If Nicki wants to really do her big one with Heavy on it, she's going to have to get an artist that don't have a name and big them up, in my opinion. But y'all let me know what y'all think. I love y'all. Bye.